Furniture and Fitting Skill Council. And today we have organized this session for all industry players belonging to furniture and fitting sector as a whole to brief them about upcoming skill development programs which are going to be pro industry and how industry are going to play a major role in execution, implementation, impact of these skill development programs. So just to give you a brief background that today's session is dedicated to recognition of prior learning type 4, which is also known as best in class employer recognition of prior learning program. This training program is going to fall under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 3.0 version, which FFSC as is calling it as a pro industry skill development program. In coming introductory session of mine, I will be focusing majorly why we are calling it as a pro industry skill development program. Because before, without giving you an introduction about PMKY 3.0 and just jumping onto RPL Type 4, uh, you guys won't be able to connect the dots. So before starting with the RPL Type 4, we decided to have a brief introduction about PMKVY 3.0. So Pradhan PMKVY 3.0, it's a Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, third version of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. The first version of PMKVY 1.0 was launched way back in 2015 when the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship came into picture. Uh, that version was for a 1 year from 2015 till 2016. After 2016, the PMKVY 2.0 was launched with for a duration of 4 long years from 2016 till 2020. And we all are sitting at the closure of this year, 2020 year, which has been a bit tough on all of us pan world. So we are hoping that this 2021 is going to be fruitful, is going to be more uh, efficient, more productive for our industry, for entire skill ecosystem, because industry's production efficiency is directly proportional to the success of skill development program and entire skill ecosystem. So why we are calling this Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 3.0 as a pro-industry skill development program? Because if we compare PMKVY 2.0, where it was more or less a supply-driven program, where people were getting trained and getting placed at a later stage after completion of their training, this PMKVY 3.0 is going to be demand-driven. What we meant by demand driven is that the industry's demand in terms of job roles, in terms of courses, in terms of vacancies, positions available with them will be the deciding factor to train people in those particular sector. So as you guys might be aware about the key mandates of Furniture and Fitting Skill Council, which clearly focus is main on developing courses, on developing standards according to industry. So the demand will be from industry side, and it will be taken care into training of people accordingly. Whereas in an earlier version, it was the central government, central ministry, national skill development corporations taking lead in deciding the numbers to be trained. Whereas in this version, it will be totally bottom to top approach, top to bottom approach, where the demand will be coming from the district level. This scheme was decentralized in its second version, whereas this PMKVY 3.0 has been decentralized till the district level. So the demand for training will be rising from district level to the central level. And when we call it as how it is going to impact the industry's role, that it will be launched in a phase-wise manner, where industry participation will be maximized according to the phases, and a better impact analysis will be done. Major focus will be on creating state-of-art and sustainable training centers, which can make skill development as an aspirational for all the people, all the candidates who want to be a part of a skilled workforce. And another important key feature is going to be the availability and usage of existing infrastructure, where it can be the government ITI models, it can be government polytechnics, which are already available, and industry can make maximum use of them to train people. Then we have the effective mobilization and counseling. If we talk about what do we mean by mobilization, is tapping the right target audience which are interested in undergoing the training, and this mobilization will be supported by the district level officers, which will support industry as a whole. Then reaching out, expanding the reach of sector skill councils, creation of better center of excellences, approach towards the state skill missions, and supporting industry in each and every step in meeting their demand, in getting the right manpower to them, and be a efficient participant in a skill ecosystem. And effective implementation of national education policy, which clearly states that vocational education will be the integral part of the school education. Then before going into the recognition of prior learning, I would like to give you a brief what are the two types of training modules which are generally the part of skill development program. One is the short-term trainings, another is the recognition of prior learning. When we talk about short-term training ranges from 3 months to 6 months of time. They are the regular trainings in which we cater fresh candidates, in which we also take care of the upskilling part of the people. So these are covered under short-term training programs. And recognition of prior learning, RPL trainings are the one which quantifies the skill of people who don't possess any certificate, any degree to showcase their skills. So to give you an example, the carpenters out in the community, they know their job, they are skilled, but they don't possess any certificate, any paper to show you that yes, I am a certified carpenter or I am a skilled carpenter. So this recognition of prior learning training program focuses on all those aspects. So I would like to welcome Mr.